everybody, happy Mardi Gras break for those of you that are actually off. So today we have Mercenaries versus House Kurita. You have the Tokyo Bay Mariners, the Chiba Raiders as I like to call them, and you have the Sword of Light, all unhappy and stuff, lined up ready to kill. But today's scenario is we are fighting for the middle of the table. Whoever controls the center space at the end of 6 turns wins. Corporate sponsorship is brought to you by Whaling Yutani in the Wrong Game universe, and Luthien Armor Works, who was kind enough to let us use their power for the day. We have Luthien Armor Factory Works building, so we're calling this a raid on a R&D planet. Good luck. Alright, deployment zone. So we have roughly a 12-inch line on the left for the Mercenaries, 12-inch deployment zone on the right. We're going to swing around to the building, so I'm going to ask Mr. Law to go get the lights in a second. So as I'm shooting this video, I can highlight where everything's hiding. Behind this R&D facility, we have the Cavalry Lance, we have the Recon Lance and the Command Lances and the Mech Cubicles, getting ready to head out into combat. This is gorgeous though. All of the buildings, Madri printed by me, the lights have been applied. Some of the buildings that I designed are on the table, but we'll get to that later. Get the light. And boom. So we are fighting for what you see on the middle of your screen, the blue, orange, and the red building in the middle. All the other buildings are well lit. A huge file. Here, this is my new R&D facility, the Victoria Research and Development. I have my geothermal plant on top of the Research and Development building. And boom, this is amazing. I like how the mechs are highlighted by the building. I need to bring out more lighted buildings later. All right, hit the light, sir. And these angles are gorgeous. Okay, so end of turn 1 shooting. Dragon took the most damage from the Marauder. We were plinking at each other, but with our skill 4s and skill 3s and range, we couldn't hit anything. So we have the Command Lance back here moving up. The Recon Lances are already in the target zone. And then the Cavalry Lance of House Kurita is working around the flank. However, when you switch the sides of the camera, it gets kind of scary. There's a Black Hawk, there's a Champion of Crab, and a Grand Dragon coming up that side of the street. Around the back of the building, there's some locusts, and I don't know what the locusts are doing, but they're moving. The rest of the Locust Lance is 2 crabs, the Command Lance of the Mariners, 2 King Crabs, and Marauder and a Perseus, and a Partridge and a Pear Tree. And then the Cavalry Lance is coming in the flank hot. So again, target zone is right here in the middle of your screen, and forces are encroaching, high speed. All right, movement. The LRM flatbed trucks have not moved, the spotter hasn't moved. The Cav Lance, oh, I need to move 2 more guys. Let me just go ahead and 10 inches was gonna put me flat against the wall anyway. That's where we were going. There you go. So, Command Lance is swinging out. Perseus moved up. The Marauder is on top of the tower giving us shots at other people. The Locusts have moved. We're going to take a shot somewhere over here. And then the other Locust swung around the building and is lined up beautifully for a back shot. Let's see if I hit, because you know my dice have been terrible. Now, the DCMS forces have moved forward and they have secured the center of the table with the Recon Lance. Cavalry Lance is cautiously making the corner. Command Lance is coming up the street. It's going to be brutal. King Crab, Hatamoto Shi, Catapult, and a Grendel. Now looking forward to the beating. Over here, my Cav Lance. Black Hawk is on top of the building and we're on the ground. We're going to swing hard for turn 3, but right now we're shooting. Yes, shooting. All right, at the bottom of turn 2, the first victim to fall was a Grand Dragon who got shot in the back and shot in the chest. He caught it from 3 mechs and he went down. The locusts are still alive, surprisingly. I'm surprised they're not dead. Armor is stripped off the faster one. I mean the slower one, but you know, it's all good. Command Lance is still making their slow, treacherous approach to the center of the table. His Recon Lance has been sitting on it for 2 turns, but now it's contested with my Marauder in the tower, and we're gonna go from here. Looks so scary, so scary. My Command Lance is making their descent into the firing squad area, and then my Cavalry Lance is about to sail into the thick of it. Turn 3 coming up next. Alright, boys and girls, so this is the top of turn 3. Ow, tripped over the tripod. It's okay. So my Command Lance has started to secure the center. His Recon Lance is still there. He sent some elements of his Cavalry Lance to support. His Vulture, however, is down here in the cut. He's going to probably take a back shot of my King Crab. I'm okay with that. The rest of his Cavalry Lance decided to hit their jets and getting the sniping position, but 24 inches from the back corner is going to be an issue. He should have came forward. Now, my Locust has crossed the table, hit his deployment zone, is going to take a back shot at something. Probably get murdered by the Grendel. Now, I'm looking for my other Recon mech. I just moved. Oh well, we'll get to that. So, over here, Champion and the Crab walk behind the Hatamoto Shi. Blackhawk is not going to move. He's going to snipe there and look over at the catapult. The Venom hopped to the top of the building. Grendel hopped up 1 by walking. Phoenix Hawk's in the street, about to face down 2 King Crabs and a Perseus, and a partridge and a pear tree. That crab is in the middle of the street. Poor dragon is still there by his lonesome in the street. And we're gonna come around, 1 more pass. I'm looking. There's my little blue locust. It's not finished painting yet, but he's gonna take a back shot at somebody over here. So this is solid. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, bottom of 3, the King Crabs have put a hurt on the Phoenix Hawk, the King Crab. We didn't pop the Venom. Oh, I need still fired a Black Hawk. No, the Black Hawk hit. So my Crab hit his Crab missed me. My other Crab missed his Phoenix Hawk. The Locust missed the Phoenix Hawk, and that Locust missed his Crab. These 2 guys now are going to use this as a sniping position up top. I'll roll this around, Yeah, they use this as a sniping position. Unfortunately, they missed the first go around. So now, beginning of turn 4, and it's going to get really bloody. It's going to hurt lots. Thanks for staying around. Okay, turn 4 movement, we're just going to say that this escalated quickly. Yeah, so the Vulture came out of his hidey hole to say hello to the back of a Crab. The Crab came out of his hidey hole to say hello to the back of a Venom. There's a lot of back shots and shit talks and hurts going on here. That Vulture has been pretty quiet all game. Now he wants to come say hello in a big way, and whoever he hits is going to hurt. Blackhawk is pretty much staying still. He's going to take his snipe shot at whoever he needs to. Catapult, Hatamoto did their thing. The Locust came to tell the Hatamoto hi, since the Hatamoto didn't want to get out of the way. Unfortunately, this Champion and Crab are not in the same team, so someone's going to catch a lot of feelings and hurt. The Catapult staying put. Looks pretty brutal going in. Phoenix Hawk is backing off. Crab's backing off, and then we don't know how this is going to play out. And the snipers have moved out to the limbs to snipe closer targets. I'm not ready for this. Oh, the hurt locker continues. Perseus is standing next to Grendel. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's going to end in shots. Yep, it's going to end in some shots. So, research facility still contested, and this is going to be brutal. Turn 4, kids, turn 4. All right, boys and girls, the bottom of turn 4 was pretty brutal. So let's start off with the casualties. Crab is down. There's a Champion that I own down. There's a couple other things that I own that are down. But as we go around, the snipers have gotten to a comfortable roost, and it's still raining death and destruction. Look at the command view that they have of the entire board. Imagine if they all had long-range guns, but we're not getting to that right now. So, Grand Dragon still down. Did I mention that Crab was down? Yeah, I did. Phoenix Hawk is hurting. The Locust missed a clean back shot. We're gonna have to talk to him later off on the sidelines. Over here, Champion gunned down the King Crab. King Crab shot the Champion through the leg and the face, got him. Long range missiles bottomed out the Hatamoto Shi with a nice back shot to start the coup de grace from a Locust. Catapult is still vibing over here. Black Hawk missed. Crab missed. The wounded Grand Dragon missed. King Crabs are up and running. The support team is still back here, happy and healthy, just chucking rocks as they can. But the center of the table, boys and girls, is where all the action's at. 2 King Crabs, a Grand Dragon, 1 Crab, a Perseus, with the Marauder sitting in a tower, fighting against the Recon Lance for board control and dominance. And then this Vulture, this lonely Vulture H, gunned down a Crab and a few other people. So it's gonna be a day. Turn 5. All right, the bottom of turn 5 got brutal. The snipers are up here ignoring each other, even though they're close to each other on a rooftop. But down in the street, the King Crabs are still up. That Crab is up. The Grand Dragon got in the face. Venom got in the back. Phoenix Hawk got in the back from a Locust. That King Crab hit the Grendel, made the Grendel feel bad about his life. The other Crab got ignored. It only has 3 left. We'll have to deal with that another way. Grand Dragon's down. The sniper's up in a big bell tower, hopped on top of a factory complex. Factory brought to you by Project Mobius on Instagram. Check out his work. But these 2 jumped down and did some damage. And then the Marauder stepped forward and missed and whiffed big. The Locusts are still alive. Usually they're the first thing to die. I'm impressed. So this is the bottom of 5 going into 6. And of course, the missile support battery from trucks in the back with a spotter and a partridge in a pear tree are okay. Thanks for checking us out. All right, and as far as inevitable goes, welcome to turn 6. The snipers have walked forward to the front of the factory. The Perseus has put his back to the wall. The Cicada didn't move, so we're gonna say he moved an inch to maintain his TMM, as well as the Grendel and the Crab. The morale here is interesting at best, and when I say interesting at best, there's so many corpses, mech-sized corpses in the middle of the target area. So far we have a Venom, a Grand Dragon, a Phoenix Hawk. Over there is a Crab, not a King Crab, but a Vulture H and a regular Crab. And then the Locusts have been cycling targets and pinging where they can to maintain some kind of exterior flanking motion, of course by yours truly. The King Crabs, who have survived a withering amount of fire, have finally settled in for the torment. The Marauder stepped forward. We're not worried about the snipers. As this is turn 6, last man standing owns the facility. That's the scenario. So again, we have moved forces across the map. The Locusts have made a loop and came back around. Wait till we get helicopters. Then it's gonna be scary. And some artillery, and some lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Maybe some airstrikes. I don't know. Long-time artillery cannon going over the top. But look at this carnage, people. Look at the carnage. It's horrifying. But yeah, we're back in it. Turn 6. All right, this is the end of the game, turn 6. In the middle of the field is carnage. The Cicada, the Vulture, the Grendel, the Phoenix Hawk, the Crab, the Venom are laying in smoking, robbering heaps. The Marauder got gunned down off the top of the building. The Crab is at the corner of the building. The Grand Dragon didn't make it. And there's some other casualties. Now, as we go along, the King Crabs turned their attention to a stationary catapult hiding up on top of the base HQ, the facility HQ, and put everything they had into it to bring him down in one volley. The Kurita snipers, Champion and the Black Hawk KU, are about to retreat, call for reinforcements. The Locust survived. The Grand Dragon that fell down is still down, and just looking at these wonderful long lines of fire coming across, looking up. The Hattori Hanzo Research and Development Facility will get some paint later on this week. But the King Crab survived. Honestly, I wasn't expecting them to make it. The buildings came out great. Everything was fun. Now we're about to pack this up and head home. Have a beautiful evening, everybody. Thanks for checking out another great Brat Report brought to you by Mecha Madness. Check out the short clips on Instagram and you'll see the list. They'll be uploaded to the Google Drive. Talk to you soon. Peace.